Oh, yes, it is working. Oh, but you can... Hang on, let me fix this. Mr. Camera, please. I need to see that part. There we go. Alright, hello there. Hello, hello, hello. Bear with me, I just need to remember how to fix things. Just realized on the stream you saw me wearing shorts. Gotta stay comfortable, as they say. Alright, how do we sound? I'm kind of hoping... Me, I just need to remember how to fix things. Oh, is my BGM not working? Hang on. Ah, there we go. The BGM wasn't on. What's up with that? Right. Literally saw your message, Martin, as I did that, which is kind of funny. Right, I think we sound good. Yes, I think we're good. Let's just... Chat. 1 second. Alright, perfecto. Yeah, no worries, Imperial. Go and do what you need to do, man. Good luck. Good luck as well. All the best. Yeah, no, good luck. Take care. And give us something. Bye. Right, this box is huge. I just want to point out, like, it's so big. Box is absolutely huge. I have forgotten how to stream. This is really interesting. Live messages. Let's do that. There we go. But yes, to because my boss is in, decides to do because it doesn't have a BGM one. Yes to both of those. Yes to both of those, my friends. Truthfully, right. Actually, let's say hello to people first. I'll say hello to my brilliant moderator, Mr. Bradley, who I put through so much hassle. I do apologise. Hello, hello, and also goodbye, Imperial, as well. Good luck with your exams. Hello, Mr. Tactical Gamer, as well. And anyone else who might be chilling. Hope you're all doing good. Hope you're all doing well. Right, so lack of better words, the reason why I'm kind of streaming on this channel again is a very, I think a simple reason, really. It's simple reason, not really simple. I don't think it's really a simple reason. I think it's more the fact that I found out that really, even though I kind of knew moving streams onto another channel would kind of kill the growth of the channel a little bit, I didn't realize how much it would just tank it. Just tank it. Just everything just went down, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, I think the reason my streams worked on this channel is because in between me animating stuff and creating, I was obviously doing this and chatting to you all, so you just kind of like, you could see like behind the scenes stuff, and then my channel was still staying active. As bad as some people probably didn't like the streams, they kept this channel kind of living and breathing to a degree. And also I just had ongoing streaming on the other channel as well. I just found there was just more, I don't know why, I had more technical issues streaming from the other channel. I don't know why. Behind the scenes there were just technical issues galore with it, so get approved now. It's clean as Dumbo. I just realized as well, mine, when if Isaac joins in again, I've got to give him a blue wrench on this one, because I don't think I actually gave him the moderators thing on this channel, so that would be quite funny. I think the lighting looks a little bit weird. I'm just going to... Oh no, that looks even worse. Ah! Why does that look bad? God, not only did I tank my views, I tanked my bloody camera quality. Ah! There's a Christian name again. I wrench V. Ooh, quality, my friend. What is up with that? Goodness me. Yeee. There we go. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. Alrighty. Yeah, there we go. Lack of better words, reason I kind of... That's basically the main reason why I'm doing it. And also, decided as well... Excuse me, for the crap again. I think what I plan to do streaming-wise now is probably keeping it more kind of Lego based, so building streams, animation streams, maybe the odd Lego game as well, because I figured that will be on par, and I figured, and my moderator is gonna love this. I figured, well, and if I ever want to play like any game, I'm just gonna stream it on Twitch now, because streaming games on YouTube just doesn't do well. It just doesn't. Not unless you're already pretty big, so just not gonna bother with that one. Look at this beauty. This set is, I don't actually know how old, like 7 or 8 years old, and it's still sealed. I almost feel bad having to open this up. Almost. Alright. Safety, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. And the good news as well is I can now raid people again on this channel. Probably the only member that could do it. I mean, you're the one that's saying Christian twice. I wouldn't say that's a term. I just say mod. He has been modded. Instead of knighted, he is modded. Oh wow! Yes, this set is sealed. Now sealed. Now sealed, instructions still in bag. Aggressively tackles you. If you make me Summercast mod, I swear to whatever I worship. No, I'm not. I'm not meaning it wouldn't be me streaming on both things. It would literally, gaming stuff would be Twitch, and then will be just on Twitch, and then like any Lego stuff will be based on here. But again, I will be sure to notify that in future schedules. Right. And as I record, and of course as well, we've gone back to the plastic bag. Because of how old sets work. That's bag number 1. So far I'm counting 5 bags. Okay. 6. Actually, make that 7. Good me. Okay, that's fine. Normal. Wait, are these both 6? Interesting. 2 6 bags. Fair enough. Okay. Big box, I must admit, for that one. I must say, quite a sizable box. So yeah, we got... This is a really good one. I kind of find it hilarious how all the stickers that I'm seeing here are basically for the A-Wing. That is funny. Maybe it would be fun to change your name to accommodate that you animate and stream. Yeah! I've been debating about whether or not to change it to kind of like Ben L Studios or something like that, because Studios kind of implies there's like more going on rather than just Ben L animations, but I know it's a tricky one. I've contemplated doing name changes for this. Oops. I've contemplated doing name changes for the channel before, but people weren't too bothered by that. 2 instruction manuals, 1 for the A-Wing and 1 for the... yeah, 1 for the TIE Advanced. Figured that as much. Instruction 2 over there for the moment. But I find out this box, this is a good collector's one now. Especially with that god-awful TIE Advanced set that will be coming out in a month. Yeah, that's just over a month now, actually, now that I think about it. I only got 2 mods, that qualifies as a studio operation. That's true. Benel Studios. I mean, to be fair, Benel Studios does have quite a nice ring to it. It's kind of wild opening a sealed set from a good couple of years ago. It feels very wrong for me to do, but also I'm still opening it. You know, it's like it feels wrong, but I'm still doing it. Yeah, I think that's... we'll see. I think for now, regular streams are just going to kind of come back to this channel because I think as I mentioned at the start, mentioned on the previous channel, the start of 2026 is going to be a bit of a slow one for content because I've got a lot of deadlines for things coming up and they're pretty big. So I kind of need to stay on top of those at the moment. So that's why I kind of figured keeping it all on one channel, stuff on one channel will just kind of keep things nice and smooth for the most part. At least that's what I think. Also, the mic is really peaking quite a lot here. Hopefully I'm not too loud. It says the levels keep peaking, which is really weird. Alright, so we have Star Wars Rebels. Now that's, in the words of Mr. Ben Kenobi, now that's a name I've not heard in a long time. A long time. Oh, this pilot helmet looks actually quite unique. Yeah, it looks like it. I think it looks the same as the standard A-Wing pilot. I don't think it does. That's cool. Cool. Interesting how technically I think 3 of the figures in this set are actually exclusive to this one. Which might seem a bit random, but it is. Ooh. So this is Sabine. Interesting, I have Sabine from both the Ahsoka series and the Rebel series in the flesh. Doesn't have a helmet though, which is a bit weird. I always found that weird how they put Sabine in a lot of sets and she just doesn't have a helmet. Oh, you're watching Rebels for the first time, that's cool. Ah, that's cool. Word of the wise, you have to give it some time because it definitely took me some time to kind of really get used to. Especially you got to get through the first season, I think, because it does. I promise you, it gets better. It gets a lot better. Might not seem like much at first, but it is a good series. I just remember the really series 1 especially looked a bit rough. It looked a bit rough, kind of animation wise, but once you kind of got through that, it wasn't too bad. That's it. I really just from looking at the initial look. Oh the shit! They kind of really mapped out the A-Wing fighter in the Rebel series. Which I suppose is actually technically a bit of a spoiler for you. Tactical now that I think about it, my bad. Just a wee bit of a spoiler. I really can't see it. Ah, there he is, just buried underneath pieces. It was buried. Never I like it. Oh, good. How far are you up to? Are you still on season 1 at the moment? I'll assume you are. No, it's a good one. And I think a lot of people kind of had the same opinions about it when it initially started. It was kind of, people thought it was a little bit like, meh. But it turned out to be pretty good. Yeah, I'm pretty certain all these stickers are basically for the A-wing that I can see. But it's interesting to see the size of this A-wing, because I've never actually bought season 2. Oh wow, you're quite far through already. Dang, okay. I did spoil you about the A-wing then, because those, as I remember, those A-wings show up at the end of season 1. Yes, I believe so. 2 episode 9, dang, yeah. Doing very well on that one. Fair enough, I'm glad you're liking it. Alright. Interesting. Whenever I don't stream for a while, I just kind of forget how to do the actual stream. It's really interesting. I love starting this one day, can't find it anywhere though, not even eBay. Really? This is where I got this on eBay. I was able to get a pretty good deal on it. Managed to get it sealed, which was pretty crazy. I managed to get it for about 100. I think for about 100. I think still sealed. 100 might sound like a lot, but 8-year-old set still sealed. Not too bad. Then again, I suppose it depends where you are. And also, hello, Limer. Limer, is that the right way to pronounce your name? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing a good one. Doing a good one? Having a good one even. Words. This is the problem. When I don't stream for a while, I forget how to talk. I forget how to talk to people. I.e., I forget how to talk on a live stream. It's really kind of interesting. It's a good one. I think I'd be lying if I said that the main reason, if I bought this set just purely because of the whole set, but I really kind of wanted to get hold of the TIE Advanced build in this one, because I think it's pretty, from what I see, it's like it's really one of the really good, decent builds, obviously apart from obviously the older builds, which would be pretty dated right now, but I figured trying to get hold of like a more kind of modernized TIE Advance would have been a good idea. And the A-Wing's a bonus as well. Good figures, good builds. All in all, pretty good all around set, I would say. I'm not looking forward to putting on that many stickers. That's dead certain. Anyone who's watched me for a while knows stickers are my enemy. Everyone knows. Wasn't it only just the previous week when I built the Back to the Future DeLorean when I was complaining about stickers? Also, wasn't this set one of the first to have the minifig split between the bags? And yeah, you got it, my mate. Snagged is sealed. Cranberry Wrecking Ball from Ninjago 2011 for like 200 on my birthday. Dang, fair enough. I actually know that, so even though I'm not particularly a big Ninjago person, but I do know that one. That's a good one, dang. And yes, this set, as far as I can tell, yes, the bags are kind of separated out into the separate ships, and you've got a separate instruction manual for the TIE Advanced here, and obviously got the A-Wing here, and the figures are obviously set out in those bags. So this set was very easy. So this set was very, very easy to basically get hold of and sell these ships separately. So if people wanted just the A-Wing, they could buy the A-Wing, or if people wanted the TIE Advanced, they buy the TIE Advanced. And as far as I can tell, a lot of people wanted to buy the TIE Advanced, because I see a lot of this stuff selling on eBay, Bricklink even, and a lot of them it's just the A-wing for like half the price. So yeah, I find stickers easy using a brick separator button. Yeah, no, they are. I just don't like them. I know that it's not really a case I find them hard to put on. I just don't like stickers. I think they're annoying, to be completely honest. And I find it, I don't know. I'm one of those people who finds it really cheap and daft to put a bunch of stickers. They charge so much money for a set, and then they've got like a sheet this big, if not double, full of stickers, and I'm just kind of like, So where did that budget go? Would be what I would ask, but it is what it is. But as I said, stickers are generally generally speaking, I don't mind. Not a big deal in general, but these ones and these ones. Two of these? Oh yeah, there's two. Couldn't see them for a second. Oh, is that how wide it is? Yeah, this looks like the... not as wide as I thought it was. The A-wing looks quite bulky compared to like some of the old A-wings I got before. It looks a bit more bulkier. Maybe I'm wrong. This is what it's Zada, because I joined that with the Mandalorian and Ahsoka sets, the design set, and Fangfire. Shiny and E-wing, recommend both though. There were previous sets before. I feel like there was. You got like the very old Anakin Skywalker and Vulture Droid from back in 2005. I swear there was other stuff as well. I could have sworn. I'm not can't think on the top of my head at the moment. I'll have to think. How's it going, Ben? It's going. I mean, to be fair, you might have heard from my voice that I'm once again ill. My my workplace is experiencing a bit of a sickness outbreak. Thankfully, I haven't got the actual sickness. I've just got a bit of a cold, but yeah, it's not great. Not great. It's never fun being ill. But it is what it is. Hello, just Lemmy Cooper. That's a great name. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. Hello. We're just gradually getting there with the A-wing. As interesting enough, there's 3 bags for the A-wing and 4 bags for the TIE Advanced. So I'm going to guess the last 2 bags are like both of the wings. At least I'm going to guess that's the case. I could be wrong. But it'll be interesting to see the scale of these ships compared to like the TIE Fighter that I have and the TIE Bomber. Because I have a feeling that one pretty good. The scale to them will match up quite nicely. If I am to assume correctly. It'll be a pretty good scale. And probably be the reason why you see a lot more of these TIE Advanced. You see a lot more of the people selling a lot more of these TIE Advanced kind of going. Oh, just realized. Wondering why some this wasn't so solidly stuck together. It's because you gotta put these on. How is your day going? My day's going good. I'm pretty chill. Pretty chill. What about yours, Mr. Lemmy? There have been previous joint sets. The only one I can speak of was the old Masaisi pod race from '99. I saw the unboxing video of it on YouTube. I've not long recovered myself. Dang. That's an old one. That's a good one though. An unboxing video. Wow. That's a really expensive one as well. Damn. What am I building? We are building the A-wing versus well, technically it's saying it's Darth. If you want to put the right name in, it's Darth Vader's TIE Advanced versus A-wing Starfighter. Will that just slide all the way in? I'm gonna guess it does. That's interesting. That's an interesting bit. Man, Sinnesburg just comes to your workplace like a homing beacon. Well, with where I work, it's not entirely surprising. Not entirely, anyway. That's interesting. Wonder what that feature's for. It's very interesting. Always, the day's going all right. Good. That's what we'd like to hear. That's what we like to hear. Right. Oh, I was also, I suppose as well, talking about like stuff that I've been doing. Some people might like it, some people might not, but I have been rewatching the Lord of the Rings trilogy of late, and it's got me maybe wanting to get a hold of some old Lord of the Rings sets, even though they cost a lot of money. I'm thinking about it, but my wallet might die. Trying to get hold of any of those old Lord of the Rings sets. Well, I say old. Previous Lord of the Rings sets, will be a dent in your bank, a big dent. I went to see all-time low Saturday was, and I was sick as a dog. I figured out it was a combination of food poisoning and overtime. Oof, that's rough. I own a pod race. Got for like 70. Damn. Yeah, well, 70 as well. Fair play. That's a good steal. That's not an easy one to get hold of, and you managed to get it for a pretty good price. Fair play. Is water the best drink? Probably, but I've got some orange juice. I like to have a bit of flavour in my drinks, so it's kind of quite nice. Well, like 5 years ago, and I love that set, especially Swilber's pod. Yeah, no, definitely. Maybe Sauron can cut you a deal on Lord of the Rings set. I mean, to be fair, the one Lord of the Rings set I will be getting on March 1st will be Sauron's helmet. I will definitely be getting that. And the first, like, decently affordable Lord of the Rings set to come out. So that one's kind of like a no-brainer. I don't know, but the one set I would like to really get a hold of, and my wallet's gonna scream for me saying this, and I want to try it so I can find it sealed, is the Mines of Moria. I want to see if I can try and get a hold of that, but generally speaking, I don't think I'm gonna find that sealed, or at least not for less than 200 odd quid, which is not good. Not quite willing to spend that much on the Mines of Moria. I'm going to dash Fed. I got an early start tomorrow. We'll drop a sub before I go. Have a good one. Feel better soon. Yeah, no, thank you for stopping by, Lima. Have a good one. Take care, and thank you for subscribing. Hope you have a good one, and hopefully we'll see you again. Good sir. Adios, amigos. Adios, my good sir. Stickers on. Oh, I haven't quite lined that out very well. Actually, no, that's not too bad. Oh, it didn't look too good, but it actually doesn't look too bad. I thought I made a mistake, but mistake was not made at all. Oh, I wonder if this is like the play feature to launch the in the spring, like launch missiles, maybe. That could be what this is. That could be interesting to see how that holds up. Be very interested to see how that holds up anyway. Could be interesting. So yeah, then checking out Lord of the Rings. I'm debating about making some very bad financial choices. Debating, not quite coming to a decision just yet, but debating nevertheless. Let's see, my day has hardly been anything. I've been keeping up with the Invisible Man anime. You probably noticed on that message. Yeah, to be fair, I've been meaning to, but I just kind of started losing track of time. I kind of fallen behind a little bit. I've only watched the first two. I know I'm 2 episodes behind. at the moment. But yeah, that is Oops. Oh, I put this on wrong. That's why it looks a bit weird. That's why that looked a bit funny. There we go. I can get this speedier here because I realized what time. I realized the time, and I realized I'm a wee bit slow at the moment. Where does that go? Oh. Go there. Give me a second, something's being a bit funky here. Why won't you... Why won't you go down? Hello? Did I not put something on right here? No, you want to go there. Oops, sit down. I can't work out why this won't sit on. Mate, this anime's going to kill me if Tunis will even make it to the finale. Yeah. Yeah, it will do that. Some anime will just do that to you. It is, an unfortunate one. Why won't that go on? I'm trying to work this out, but I can't work out why. Something is actually blocking it from going down. I don't know why. Curious. Hold up. No, that's right. I was learning that the anime television adaptation of Ghost in the Shell will be airing in July. No, it's 2 Science Tower productions in it to air in July. Oh, dang. That's cool. I really cannot work out what's going on here. Like, it literally just will not sit down. This really does not want to go on. I really don't know why. This is weird. Is that one put down properly? I don't think so. Oh, this A-Wing is giving me a bit of a head scratcher at the moment. I don't know why it's doing this. No, it's definitely meant to be there. It's like part of it's blocking it. I think I've missed something somewhere. Hang on a minute. 1 second. I don't see what I've done wrong here, but for some reason this just doesn't want to go down. I don't think I've done anything wrong. Now this is weird. I don't know why. It's like literally... I can't work out the reasons why this won't go down. There's no reason why it can't. It's just literally... not working. It's not cooperating. Sorry, bear with me a minute. The vendors at Amazon will apparently be handling international distribution of the... Oh. Well, that's not good. That's not ideal. This is really weird. I don't... It's like one stud too high. Then I can work it out because this is it's a stud too high, and it won't shit down. Like it generally just won't. And like that wouldn't even work anyway, even if it was there. This is strange. Don't trust Amazon at all. Oh no, no one will. No one will, my friend. Let me take this apart. Because I got a feeling I've done something wrong here. And I don't know what. And it's annoying me. Excuse me. Sorry. This is strange. So that's definitely right. I don't know if No, that's definitely the right way to do it. So that goes on there, and this comes on here. So it is meant to be that high, but it's too high. I wonder if this is an error. Because that doesn't look so high. Let me try something a minute. I wonder if that was where I was meant to go. Because that would make a bit more sense. And then this thing would actually... Oh, then this doesn't work. Curious. This A-wing has left me a bit of a thump. Because this just won't. It just doesn't work because this is too high. If I like that, it will work. But the problem is now this bit's now too high for these to go on. This is strange. This is really strange. I don't really understand. I don't understand that. I said it's literally too high. I feel like though. This is strange. Well, we like ability sell best at improvising and making some modifications. Yes, I think that's what I'm going to have to do. So I don't really know what in the world they were trying to achieve there, if at all. I know what I can do, but whether or not this is going to change the actual build is another thing entirely. We shall find out. Still seems to work, and it's basically as high. It's still the same height. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. I'll work out something here. These bars are meant to be higher. Hold up. Hold up. I might have goofed up somewhere. No, I haven't. I've got no idea. This is a mystery to me. I generally have no idea what that's all about. Well, we'll just have to wait and see how. We'll just have to see how this goes. Hopefully, it will work. No, because that's too. This is all too high. This is a very curious thing, because this can't sit on here now because this is too high. This is weird. I'm trying to work this out, but I've really got absolutely no idea what is going on. Is that too low? No. This is whack. I've honestly got no idea what's happening here. No, that looks right. This is strange, my friends. This is strange. I really don't know what's... Unless I've completely built this wrong, which I don't think I have. This is strange. Where is this? I have a feeling I've done this wrong somewhere. But where I've done it wrong is a good question. I mean, I had a problem with this before when I built that Arc 1 fighter. When I built that Arc 1 fighter once upon a time. Because I don't know how I did that, but the actual mechanics of the ship, for some reason, I just completely buggered it up somehow. I don't quite know how I did, but I did. Right, so that's definitely right. I've definitely put this together. This is definitely together correct. So it's something wrong with the body. As I said, is the stud too high? Right, let me have a look here. Oops, that was not meant to come off like that. I can see one mistake I made, but it wouldn't make a difference. I forgot to put some parts on here. Well, let's just take this off. Let's just take you off a minute. So that's meant to be there. And this is meant to be here. Okay. Don't quite know how that would fix it. In fact, it doesn't. Doesn't fix it at all. This is really weird. So that goes there, yes. So that goes there, yes, I'm correct. Looking correct so far. Looking good. This is interesting. An hour in, I'm still in the first bag. This is not going to go well. Two, yes. That goes there. Yes. Sorry guys, I do apologize. I am steadily trying to work out what I'm doing here. No, that's on properly, I think. Yes, that looks good. That looks correct, anyway. Yes. So that goes onto there. Take this off a minute. Going backwards a little bit, but I just want to make sure that it is all oops. Come on, come off. Come off smoothly for me. Ugh. Not smoothly enough. It's going to be very interesting if it turns out taking that part off fixes it. I don't think it will, but anything is possible. Yes, there's only one high, yes. It's too high, yeah. Okay, so that's on decently. What if I try to put this on? It still won't go on. It's too high. Yeah, that's weird. I'm not quite sure about that. It's still too high. Like this bit here, I don't know if you can see. You can see that these bars that's meant to kind of connect on, it's kind of free off of it's kind of free plates. It's free plates of the stud. What I need to connect to is 2. So I really have absolutely no idea what to do about that. Now that would be that going in there. Yes. This is really curious. Well, if anything, what I can do is to maybe stop doing this and then kind of look at, because this is, I can't continue this build until I figure out what's wrong, and I for the life of me cannot figure out what's wrong here. This is like a flaw with the instructions, because it seems like this whole bit needs to be upper plate, but that lines up with that lines up. Greetings, Weiss. Hello. Hope you're doing well. I am struggling to put this on. This piece really just does not want to work with me. Because if I took that off, which I could, then that would probably, hang on. Like if I took this bit that it's sitting on off, then that sits on there fine. Oh, wait. Hold up. Hold up. That was a bit of a flaw. You know what? Putting it on like that works. Then that's just in the way. This is wild. Hello Nugget as well, and hello Gum. What year was this set released? I don't actually know. 2017 is whenever Star Wars Rebels Season 2 came out. But also hello everyone, sorry. I'm kind of a bit flabbergasted with everything that's going on. Hello Nugget as well. Ben, I fell into the dark Marvel Rivals hole. Oh boy. Is the hole as bad? Is it as bad as it sounds? I think I'm gonna probably have to do is just take this 2x4 off, because this 2x4 is what's mucking it up. And I can't see it. I have to look that up later to see if anyone else had any problems with this. Right, well, after nearly half an hour of effing about, I think I'm back on track. Right, that was interesting. I don't quite know what that's all about. Does this sit on here? Yeah, this sits on here now. So taking that out, ironically, has kind of fixed it. God knows. No idea. That's so weird because it's still there. I'm just going to stick it on there for now. That's wild, dude. It's probably gonna. It might come back to bite me. A little bit later, but I don't think it will. Like the mechanics and everything of the actual build still works. That's wild. I really have no idea why. That was a thing, to be completely honest. Well, we're in, and I've only done one bag. And you're a disgrace to LEGO builders everywhere. It's fine. The stream can be longer. Focus-wise, the Iron Man skin is not worth $25, but it's suit his war when he died. I don't care if you mind. I don't care in your mind, and it's just pixels. I mean, it's up to you, dude. It's pretty rough going. Oh, it's there? This one's wrong, I'm not why that doesn't work. Oh, for crying out loud, will you just come off in one piece? Now that's not lining up. Have I just put this whole piece on wrong? Oh no, it's because it's closing, that's why. Jesus Christ. Actually losing my mind. It is a wing. It's making me lose my marbles. Have you heard of Warhammer 40k? I have. I used to play Warhammer Fantasy, the Warhammer Fantasy years ago. Yeah, been ages ago now. I used to play the Warhammer Fantasy. I'm aware of Warhammer 40k, but I was a Warhammer Fantasy guy. So I'm really in hindsight, but I just haven't really had the time for Warhammer, to be completely honest. So yes, to answer the question about the spring-loaded shooters, that is indeed what this is for. Well, as far as I'm aware, it hasn't messed with the actual. Yeah, hasn't messed with the actual thing in any way, so. If it did, Then again, he says, I mean, at least a good deal to get them. I mean, it was a bargain. I got this one on. I just scour through eBay quite frequently, and I'm able to find some really good deals. With enough patience, you can find a lot of good stuff, my friend. I'm recently getting into the franchise. I'm loving it. No, nice. As I said, I'm more of a Warhammer Fantasy kind of person, rather than 40k. I just like the aesthetic of it more personally. I like the elves in Warhammer Fantasy. So the wood elves, high elves, dark elves are pretty freaky as well, to be completely honest. Those are who I like. That's who I liked. Wow, 8,000. I really... Oh, there was another one. Want to hear an interesting report? Go for it. I kind of think of the army that I used. I think it was something... It was coming called Demon Hunt. I think they were called like Demon Hunters or Demon Hunters, I think. They were like these Space Marines in like a silvery kind of armor. And obviously they would kill demons, you know, against the Chaos Marines and all that. And all that jazz, but they'd have like support from the Space Marines and the Imperial Guard, I think they were called. Pretty certain they were called. I could be wrong on that one, so forgive me, any Warhammer nerds out there. But my favorite Space Marine Corps, honestly, I kind of like the Blood Angels, purely for the fact that I just like red, and I think the red armor looks sick. I think the red armor looks really, really cool. So that would be my personal pick, I reckon. I was just gonna say, in terms of in terms of like Warhammer 40,000, can I just also say how hilarious it is the fact that the orcs and goblins survived long enough into Warhammer 40,000 and they're now space orcs. There's something just funny to me, especially knowing what the orcs and goblins were like. There's something hilarious and also WTF. Because it's just kind of like, how on earth did those lunatics manage to survive all those centuries of stuff? I don't know. It is interesting. I've always bought a Star AI company that researches facial expressions to analyze silent speech. Interesting. Not quite generative AI, so I'm not going to be too against it, but it's interesting. And that'll probably be the thing that I would say, really. It's just interesting. Not quite sure what to think of on that last one, particularly, if I'm being honest with you. I think it's the Black Templars for me, but also the Blood Angels are definitely a second place. Black Templars. The Black Templars armor look pretty sick as well, actually. I do like the Black Templars. And I think a close second for me would just be normal Space Marines, because the normal Space Marines just look really good as well. Normal Space Marines. The normal Space Marines are pretty cool as well, I must say. Must be parts for the engines, I'm assuming. Shove that there. Come down to here. to here, and we've got some pieces coming up here. Alright, now the A-Wing. Now after that little weird fiasco with the A-Wing. I haven't been on one of your streams in a while, so how was Christmas and New Year? Good, yeah. It was good and chill. Nothing terribly interesting occurred, really. Oop. Something just break. Something is dislodging when I do this. Doesn't seem to be staying in place. Ah, it was the actual drum bits, not the bit that I had to change ever so slightly. At least I don't think it is. Could be wrong. No, but how was yours? How was your Christmas, New Year's nugget? I feel like I haven't seen you for quite a while. I hope it's all been good. What was interesting because headlines said it's Apple's second biggest acquisition ever. It'll be interesting. Hello, Rodrigo. I hope that's okay to say. Love this set. Yeah, no, it's apart from the what was going on earlier, I couldn't work out how the part of this cockpit thing was meant to work. It's solid. I think it's just weird because they were trying to incorporate the obviously the shooters missiles in. I'm guessing that's kind of what that it is what it is, but it's just such a complex design. So complex. Such a really weird way to do it, but you know what? That's what they have to go off. That's how they had to do it, and you know, all to them, I guess. But it was just really weird. It's really weird, and this A-wing is starting to bulk up a little bit. All we can hope for is that Apple just doesn't go bankrupt after the acquisition, because who knows at this point. There, put that here. Right, we're speeding up a little bit now. We're getting there. Okay. Alright, so it looks like what we're finishing here is the main kind of body of this ship. I would argue there's not a whole lot of oh, whoops, I put the wrong wing on. How the F did I manage that? I tell you what, I need to concentrate more on what I'm actually building. I'm gonna make an absolute mare of myself, I swear. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Why is it taking all this off? Oh, for goodness sake. I wonder one wing was a little bit too short. Way to go, Ben. You mucked it all up. It's fine. Fixed it. Probably not. Apple doesn't really seem to have an interest in utilizing AI like other greedy bunches have. That's true. Or at least, they are, but they're not doing it in They're not using it in like in a generative way. They're kind of using it to kind of actually help. Which I say fair play to Apple. I know a lot of people will say a lot of bad stuff about Apple, but at least they're not trying to actively replace people with their stuff. So there is a bonus for that one. There is a bonus there. Alright, we're kind of getting back on haste now, which is good. Apple surprisingly cares. Who would have thought? Who would have thought, ladies and gentlemen? Alright. A-Wing is now starting to come. It's now starting to form. So this is actually the last bag for the A-Wing. Alright, there we go. So they separated the bags out quite nicely, actually. It's kind of past the point of too much stuff in the bags. From like pre-2010 sets. And stuff, here we go. Alright, here we go. Oh, bunch of stickers. Stickers, stickers, stickers. Second. Trying to see if I can line these out to use Yeee. Oh, look at that. That's not too shabby, is it? Haha. Then our animations, the master stickers. Who would have thought? But that is hilarious, the fact that all of the stickers for this thing are essentially on the A-Wing. That's actually an interesting fact. Actually, it's interesting how a lot of the Imperial stuff doesn't really have much stickers on it. In hindsight, when I stop and think about it, it's kind of like, actually, yeah, it's true. Hardly any of the Imperial stuff has some stickers, apart from the new Death Star. Apart from that one. I suppose would be the biggest thing, I guess. That is interesting. Is it crazy how this set used to be $70 and now it's like hundreds of dollars? I think this set was actually like, I think this set was closer to 90. I think rather than 70, because 70 would have been way too good for this. I think it was closer to 90. And to be fair, I got this for 100 sealed, so it's not too bad if you can say look in the right places and you'll find, and you'll find it, and you'll find a good deal somewhere. Because I definitely haven't seen this set go for more I mean, sealed ones. I haven't seen it go for more than maybe 150, 200, maybe 200 at the very most. But I don't think anyone's going to be buying this for 200. I would say the price that I bought it for so far, I think I'm pretty convinced on it. Apart from that hiccup that I had at the start, it's not been too bad actually. Yes, but some sets are definitely a much more crazier price nowadays. Well, to be fair, the sets that will be coming out, later are crazy price as well. So there is that little hiccup. Oh yeah, speaking of the hiccups and new Lego sets, I saw that the rest of the Smart Play sets were released, were revealed, and something that I didn't know, which again is basically really, it's going to make this thing just flop so much, is that you can only get the actual power bricks in, I think, the initial 3 sets that were revealed. The what was it? The throne room of A-Wing, Vader's TIE Fighter, and the X-Wing. You can only get the power bricks in those 3 sets, because the other 4 sets that were shown, they don't come with power bricks. They don't come with them, as far as I'm aware. I might have completely missed that, but as far as I'm aware, it doesn't come with them, which is a huge, like, what? How can those sets not have the power bricks? Like, you're really not selling it to us at the moment, Lego. You're just not. You're doing a pretty piss poor job of trying to sell your product to people at the moment. Because I definitely can't see kids buying it, and I definitely can't see parents buying it for their kids. I mean, I certainly wouldn't. There's multiple things I think I probably prefer to buy my children. But that's just shocking. But to me, that's just shocking. I just can't work out what it is they're trying to do with this power brick stuff. It really doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know what they're trying to achieve. I don't know what they're trying. Well, the only thing I can see them trying to achieve, what they're trying to achieve, is to go bankrupt. That's what I can see at the moment. Because if it's way on March 1st, when some new stuff drops, I won't be getting any Star Wars stuff. I'm going to be getting the Sauron helmet. I'm going Lord of the Ring. I'm going all Lord of the Rings on this one. But we definitely won't be buying any Star Wars stuff, that's a dead certain. This one, they didn't even leak any Rogue One sets yet, because they know everyone wants to buy the Clone Wars sets. I mean, there's no guarantee that they're even doing any Rogue One stuff. To be honest, that's the unfortunate thing. Talking about the Smart Break with friends the other day, my rant was pretty much the same as yours. But it's a bit, I don't know. Can someone look up the 4 sets that were revealed, like the Mos Eisley Cantina, an AT-ST, the Millennium Falcon, I think Myoda's Hut. Can anyone look that up and see if there is actually a power brick in those sets? I don't think there is. But can someone double check for me? I generally don't think there is. But I said I could be completely wrong, and if I'm wrong, you know, I will accept my you know, my wrongdoings in that part, you know. But if I was unaware, when I looked at pictures, I didn't see any of those power bricks in those sets. Not one. So that to me is kind of a bit scummy that you have to buy other sets to do it. You need to buy one of the other sets to get it. You're joking, it actually is. You gotta, but is it one of the other three, like the X-Wing, TIE Advanced, and the A-Wing? Nope, none of the new ones have it. Just saw a video about. That's crazy. That's, oh my god. So even if you don't, even if you're like not in, if you're already not interested, even if you're already not interested in those free sets, which people already aren't, just to be able to get those power bricks, you've got to spend at least 70. What was the cheapest one? It was 70, wasn't it? Vader's TIE Advance. You've got to spend at least another 70 quid just to get hold of that. Oh my god, that's bad. That is bad. That's like, I don't like to slag off Lego a lot, but that's bad. That's really, really bad. This is not going to go very well. It's going to flop so hard. That's insane. That is just crazy. Got a price of £60 for us, by the way. Yeah, £60. We've got to spend an additional £60 just to get hold of one of those bricks, and then you got to spend the money on the other ones. That's crazy. That's just, I've never seen such a huge red flag in marketing and everything in my life. That's crazy, man. I generally don't know what to say. That's just crazy. That is generally insane. That's it. What is also insane, how they've done the engines for these wings. That's pretty cool. They managed to do that with these fin pieces. I know these pieces aren't exactly new now, but I think they would have been new at the time. But how they've done that, it's quite cool. Yeah, look at that. That's neat. That's really neat, actually. I'll give Lego props to their older stuff, because the older stuff is the only stuff that seems to be relatively decent. But no, that to me is that's insane to me, guys. That's just like, often or not, I would usually be the kind of person that would kind of buy those sets and build it on stream to kind of see what it will be, to kind of see what they will be like. But those ones are just absolutely not even. I think it's gonna be quite hilarious going into the Lego store on the 1st of March and seeing all those smart brick sets still like on them shelves, and they're gonna have all the Sauron helmets are gonna be sold out. That's what I reckon. I reckon I'm gonna be lucky to probably try and be able to get hold of one of those Sauron's helmets. It will be interesting. I've always loved Lego, but prices these days just kill me. It's mad because there are ones that are decently priced. It is literally just the license. It's literally the license. It's, people say that it's Lego being greedy, but it's a license tax at the end of the day, because it's. You look at Minecraft sets; those sets are really pretty good. They're really well priced all around. And then you get the Star Wars ones with crappy battle packs that literally no one, that should have came out like 4 years ago. I don't know, man. So, well, how much it takes to make one of this smart bikes? They're going to lose a lot. They are going to lose a lot through this. I really think they're going to lose a lot of money through this, and it's. There's been a lot of other issues, like the Mos Eisley Canteen and not having a Han Solo. Does it not? Does it not? A Mos Eisley Cantina set and they don't include Han Solo. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? It's just, gosh. Don't be too surprised if I don't really buy any new Star Wars stuff over the next kind of couple of months, because to be completely honest, I really don't want any new Star Wars things, any new Star Wars stuff. I think I'd personally rather just try and get hold of like older sets, to be completely honest, at this point in time. Who wants to see me build my first Lord of the Rings set live? I'm looking at trying to get the Mines of Moria. Or if anyone wants to donate one to me. Joking, but you know. Oh gosh. That's insane. That's just crazy to me, man. Don't be too surprised if this thing turns out if this turns out to bankrupt Lego. So it really wouldn't surprise me. I think it has just Obi-Wan Greedo and 2 Cantina band members. Last I'm aware, it had a it's got a Sand Trooper in there as well. Does anyone know how much the light up figures went for back in the day? Well, now if you've got one that's working, you could very easily sell it for about 50 quid if it's in good condition. If the light isn't working, you could still get them for a relatively decent price. I know they go for quite. I know they're highly collectible. That's the main thing I know. They're highly collectible, so they're quite highly sought after as well. I've still got a couple of stickers. Oh, maybe some of these stickers are actually for the TIE Advance. Maybe I'm wrong. I won that 8080 set they announced, and I think that's it in terms of the new Lego Star Wars stuff. Oh, what the mid-scale one? That's a cool one. That's a good one. I have the 8080 that came out in 2020, I think. That's a good model. It's unfortunately in bits at the moment because I had to make room for other stuff, and I didn't have it in me to sell it because it's an 8080 and I love the 8080. So definitely won't be getting rid of that anytime soon. Those ones are here. When it comes to landing, oh my god, the A-Wing it even comes with landing gear, ladies and gentlemen. It even comes with landing gear. Can you believe it? It even comes with landing gear. Yeah, so now this comes down like that. The A-Wing sits up quite nicely. Albeit maybe a bit too high, but no, that's cool. That's really nice. Yeah, the miniature 8080, nice. Oh, okay, it does have a Sand Trooper. I was thinking that. I have to say, this A-Wing looks really nice. It looks really good, actually. Really nice, and these wings can kind of come up there, so it can kind of look like it's being like mechanics kind of getting under there. If you wanted to. That's neat. I like that. A-Wing is good. The A-Wing gets a. Let's see, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10 at the moment purely because of that whatever was going on earlier. Still can't work out how that works at all. Okay. Alright, I'm going to put the A-Wing over here for a minute. Very nice. Yeah, no, the A-Wing looks really neat. It looks really good. It's solid as well. Like, this A-Wing, like, it's really, compared to, like, some of the older stuff, for example, this A-Wing is really built really, really solid, and it's like I said, it's straight out of Star Wars Rebels as well. very, very good. Well done, Lego on that one. Is the 88T still not retired? Because that's like the best deal Lego offers. You get a good sized build of like 7 figures. As I'm aware, it's not retired yet. Oh, a Grievous bust. Oh, I didn't know that. I tell you what, that will be interesting to see. Any future like head busts. Because they're releasing the figures with because they're releasing the Sauron figure with that helmet, I'll be interested to see if future helmets actually have minifigures. That will be interesting to see. I'll be very curious to see that one. I would be very, very curious to see that. Alright, so now we move on to basically what I would say is really the main selling point here, which is Darth Vader's TIE Advance. And oh wow, this... Wait, that torso is different. Oops. Someone's car alarm started going off. That's actually a slightly different print for Vader's torso on there. Slightly. I'm a nerd and I recognize these things. Yeah, it looks different. It kind of looks a bit more cartoony, if you will. We got Tarkin. Star Wars Rebels edition. I was saying, yeah, it looks pretty good. The dark tan stuff is an interesting choice. I don't quite get that personally, but you know, makes them unique. I'm gonna leave and get some work done. Have a good day. Yeah, no worries, Nugget. Thank you for stopping by, man. Take care. Oh, actually, I think I don't know who it was who asked about when this set came out. That it might have been Nugget, but I think it might have actually come out in 2016, maybe 2015. Now that I think about it, because this new helmet for Vader came out, I think, in like 2015. And this set, and I'm pretty certain this set here was only the second set to feature Vader's new helmet. So it would have been very close to that. So I reckon this might have actually been a 2016 set now that I think about it. But yes, Lord Vader, I'm pretty certain that is a unique torso to him. Yeah, well, that makes him more valuable. What if that actually makes this Darth Vader more valuable? Could do. We haven't talked about it on stream, but Maul Shadow Lord looks incredible. It looks stunning. The animation looks absolutely beautiful. It looks absolutely amazing, and I am all for it. I am all for it. It looks absolutely great, and I cannot wait for April. I cannot wait. It is going to be amazing. Star Wars animation just keeps winning. I think it's going to be very, very good. Alright, so let's see if I can get Vader's tie finished relatively quickly. Don't know if we can, but let's see what we can do. I think the series being set kind of only a year after the Clone Wars is definitely interesting, because it's like really early, it's early Empire, very early Empire. So you can tell the animation looks new, but at the same time it doesn't. Same style, but it's like more defined, I suppose, would be the more defined, more refined, I suppose is probably the right word. More refined, I guess, would be the right words. There's there. It's on over there. But yes, it's looking. I'm intrigued. I'm very intrigued to see. Really intrigued to see where it goes. So yes, no, I'm very excited for that one. There, that goes there. Yeah, you have to, but they already ushered in the Phase 1 Stormtroopers. Yeah, TK Troopers are already in. It's good to kind of see more of them. More of the TK Troopers, really. Because I do like their design. I do like the early look of the Troopers. Also could potentially mean more sets based on that series as well. That'd be nice. Get some TK Troopers. Because LEGO definitely needs to make at some point. We don't want more clone troopers, we want TK Troopers, dang it. Give us our TK Troopers. Hashtag give us the TK Troopers. God, imagine. So yes, it's going to be another. It's going to be another good one. Yep, no, that's looking right. I like the use of some of these blue pieces on here. It's kind of like the old TIE fighters. There's a lot of like just blue pieces used in here, which is pretty cool. That's what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, Vader must be able to say that relatively easy. They wouldn't put the piece there otherwise, would they? Oops. And there was another thing in there. I just got to put the piece in because I didn't see it. Yeah, there we go. That makes a bit more sense. Oh, and this year is Ahsoka's 18th anniversary. Ahsoka's 18th year anniversary. Oh my god, she debuted in Star Wars 18 years ago. Dang, she did. Damn. Isn't it this year that we're getting Ahsoka Season 2 as well? That kind of lines up quite well, doesn't it? That lines up quite nicely. Blue? That's definitely not blue, Ben. That's a lot of red. Okay, I'm slowly seeing it coming together. I think so, yeah. I have to admit, the Ahsoka series is an interesting one because I didn't hate it. I didn't dislike it by any means, but I didn't dislike it, but I also didn't really like it. Does that kind of make sense? I don't know. I was meh about it, I think. There were good parts, yes. But overall, I would say I just wasn't really too asked about the series, really. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know, to be honest. It's a weird one. I know if you like the Ahsoka series, that's fine. Like that's not a problem at all. Oh, I put these on wrong. That'll be right. Makes it more sense. Just wondering why that looked a bit funny. There we go. Don't see where it goes since the planned New Republic movie Disney is making is on the back burner for now. Yeah, I heard about that. To me, that's just more because they don't seem to have much confidence in the Mando movie doing well, but it's also kind of like, you're not advertising it. Like, you have got to advertise your films, Disney. Like, films aren't going to perform well if you don't advertise them. Trust me, we've seen it before. Plenty of times, in fact. So it's just crazy. It's just crazy to me when they do things like this, and it's kind of like, well, you're not advertising your film, so what do you expect? You know, you expecting miracle? You expecting just magically going to reach $1 billion at the box office? Granted, I think with the Mando movie, it's kind of almost not guaranteed for it to do well. Not like a guarantee to make $1 billion. Don't get me wrong, but it will definitely do. I think it will definitely do decent. I just don't know. Quite. Disney advertising beyond merchandising. That's crazy talk, Ben. I know, but as I said, if they want to actually start making money, they've got to start advertising their stuff. But alas. Oh my goodness, this is some interesting bit of technic pieces being used here. We're doing enough one of these again by the look of it. But you know, I don't know what to say at that point, because it's kind of like, you want your film to do well, you gotta advertise. And if you're not gonna bother doing that, then what's the freaking point? What is the freaking point, you know? What is the point? Who knows? I think all the movies that were announced back in 2023 are on the back burner now. A shame, since I was curious about the Dawn of the Jedi movie. I think that's still kind of going. I just don't quite know. I think they're still kind of working on it at the moment. It's in a bit of a limbo I think that's in a kind of a bit of a limbo at the moment. Not necessarily kind of completely off the table, but I think it's just kind of in limbo at the moment. Well, again, who knows? Who knows? It's a mystery. It is but a mystery, as they say. Who knows? It's a very interesting, complicated technical bit there. I don't really know why it's so complex, but I guess it's just to make it more structurally stable, because I have to admit these wings definitely are not going to move once this is all together. Once again, I jumped ahead a little bit and didn't put certain pieces on, and that's fine. Okay, yep, I'm seeing how it's working somewhat. There we go, yep, we're getting there. I just realized I have an action figure of a Blood Angel Marine and it's not even a year old. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Well, that's cool. Magic about the Warhammer stuff, I had all the painted models. Oh yeah, but it's just what I thought. The last two bags are the wings, so this next bag is basically finishing up the main kind of center mass like cockpit bit. Sorry, just gonna give Vader his lightsaber. Not that you can see it on the stream anyway. Oops. No, I have to say. Why'd I put you in a toy box, pretty boy? Who knows? A good question, my friend. Alright. This. It's not been too bad, actually, all things considered. Usually when my first like this, it's really hard for me to kind of do streams, but I'm not too bad at the moment. Granted, I say that, and knowing my luck, I'm going to wake up tomorrow with a very sore throat. But it's fine. I'm only doing one stream this week anyway, so it's not too bad. It's fine. I think. Oh yeah, because I think the same reason why DC Studio Swamp Thing maybe hasn't gone forward yet. Yeah, it's just in limbo. Not necessarily that it's dead in the water. It's just kind of like they're just debating what to do with it, basically. This can go in here. Right. So I kind of come back on this quite well as well. Is it just me or does Ben sound a little older in Grievous voice? Yeah, my voice is a little bit I am a bit sick at the moment. That's why my voice sounds a bit kind of groggy. As I said, I haven't my voice has just kind of gone up several. It's kind of gone lower several octaves because this is what happens. This is what happens when I get a cold. My voice just goes down like, whoa, that went down really low. Ooh. Luke, I am your father. Second. Yeah, that goes on now. And these stickers are kind of simple to kind of put on because of the way that this is. There was actually some stickers for this tie advanced. Take back what I said. Generally did not know. Oh, that. The only other Star Wars project we haven't talked about coming this year is The Ninth Jedi. Oh, that's coming out this year? It is, you're right. I actually forgot about that. For some reason I had it in my mind that it was coming out in 2027, but no, it's 2026, isn't it? And that'll be another good one. Oh, the Star Wars Visions was so good. I don't care what anyone says. I love Star Wars Visions. I love it. It's so good. Star Wars Visions might actually legit be probably one of my favorite Star Wars projects to come out from under Disney. If not probably one of my favorite. If not probably my favorite ones. Actually. I just really like them. Just all the unique styles, the stories, all that stuff. It's just good. It's just very, very good. Can't floor it really in any way, to be completely honest. Think they'll do a season 4. Oh, no doubt. They'd be silly not to, because it's like literally. It's one of their most popular like projects that they have, so they'd be silly not to. I think. Well, Google says the Activision was released in 2024. You're not going back in a box, you're going on the shelf. Mind of a collector, ladies and gentlemen. God, my voice really has gone like several octaves deep. It's gonna be really interesting listening back to this stream and just listening to my voice. Goodness me. I hope that new people kind of coming in here don't think that this is what I actually sound like. I don't usually sound this much like Def. Not usually, anyway. Alright, sticker sheet is done. Boom. Oh, there's a bit more added detail onto here. Here. There we go. Man, did you see who Moore was fighting in his trailer? He was... Oh, yeah. Oh, God, I forgot his name. I forgot his name. I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name. My brain is blanking on his name at the moment. What anime studios do you think they'd recruit for a hypothetical fourth volume of Visions? I mean, if they do Japanese studios again, a very good chance. There's a very good Marok. That's the one. Thank you. I don't know why I was completely blanking on his name. One's I've already done before, really. To be honest, couple of ones I've done before. It'll be cool to see if funny enough, from what we've spoken from when we talked about mine, it'll be really cool to see if Kyoto Animations does one actually. Whether they will, I don't know. I'm not entirely convinced that they would, but it would be cool to see if they did. Marok, yep, thank you. Worked it out. Brain just wasn't. I knew it began with M. I just couldn't think of the name. And then I think we find out how Marok dies. Crazy, we're getting Daredevil season 2 before Ahsoka season 2. As I said earlier, because Ahsoka is one of those series that I just thought was just meh overall. Really, I didn't dislike it, but I didn't overly enjoy it either. I don't know. There were lots of things. There were things with it that I didn't like, and lots of things I did like. But no, the overall series just was meh to me. Really, can't explain why. But what I will say, it's not for the obvious reasons. It's not for the reasons that half the internet was complaining about it. Some reasons, yes, but not all of them. It's just bizarre. Wait, what? It's pretty bulky actually. This tie advanced actually. Totally, they didn't Google it. That's fair. I doubt they would. They only went back to Japanese studios last year since Disney was doing heavy marketing and partnerships with Japan. That's true. I, for some reason, liked the robot Lee Young. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, he was cool. I mean, he was originally in the Clone Wars as well. So that's obviously one reason to like him. Originally in the Clone Wars. Brought to life in live action. Which is always cool. I don't know. I think again, one thing I'm looking forward to with the is it Starfighter? The one with the Star Wars film with Ryan Gosling's being done by Sean Levy. I'm looking forward to that because it's just it's a Star Wars like thing that's just kind of out of the kind of out of the timeline of the base of between 3 and 4, because there's been a lot of stuff that goes on in there. Not to say that I dislike it, don't get me wrong, but I just think it'd be nice to have something kind of a little bit more outside of those. A little bit more outside, kind of have a bit more freedom, if you will. Because I feel one problem that a lot of like Star Wars series and films has when taking place between the films is that they have to be careful with what they do and what they show, I guess. Which kind of is like, get why, but also it'd just be kind of like, it'll be kind of cool to have to allow a director to kind of just do their own thing, really, and not have to worry about canon and things like that. No, this is just but a humble opinion of an older Star Wars fan, you know. Just but a humble opinion. I'll tell you what, this thing is pretty bulky. I'll say, look at that, that's pretty bulky. It's definitely a lot more bulkier than I thought it would be. It's very nicely made as well. No, I could definitely appreciate this. I'm definitely liking this set now. I'm liking this set more and more and more. Oh, I think, are these can't be the exact same thing, can they? Or maybe they can, yeah. No, they would be. Okay. I wonder if it's worth me. I might need to need something bigger than that. I'll tell you what, let's move the main body of the ship out of the way. I think what I'll do what I do usually when I have to do something times two. I will put the pieces all together. I'll start putting them together like side by side. I think that will just be a little bit easier. It'll just make it a little bit easier, I reckon. Alright, let's try this one. For Christmas, I got Mold Sith Infiltrator and a Micro Executive Star Strike. Oh, cool! Those are both really cool. Those are really good sets. Ironically, I think I built both of them on stream before. Pre-turn, I built both of them on stream before. That's pretty cool. Very interesting, actually. Kind of reliving, kind of going back on my streams and seeing what stuff I have built and what I haven't. Certainly be interesting. Right, so let's begin. So I'm going to try and build these kind of side by side. There we go. This might look a little bit weird as I do it, but I promise it will make sense. I also got the light kit from Warship. Oh, those light kits are actually really cool. I see them on Amazon quite a lot, and I do get kind of tempted by them, especially for using them in modular buildings. I don't know if they really work as well in not as well with ships, but it probably works out quite nicely actually. just mind me a second. It's fine. Make sure I find those fiddly little bits. There we go. The way this thing is reflecting the light on, it's a bit tricky to see. So we're working on it. Have you heard about the Lego Smart Brick? Oh, what, the one that I was ranting about about an hour ago. I'm aware of it. Wait, is it that smart? No, that's not the same Smart Brick, is it? Is it the same one? Are we thinking of the same thing, Tactical? I don't know. I feel like we might be, but we also might not be at the same time. Bear with me. Okay. There is a method to my madness with this. It might seem crazy, but this is definitely the better way to do this. Without doing it too long too. Granted, I seem to remember doing this when I was building the TIE Defender once upon a time, but I had to do it like ×3 for the wing, because there was obviously 3 wings on the TIE Defender. That was an interesting experience. Gets the piece part down actually a lot smoother as well by doing it like this. That is going to make some Lego sets really expensive. Well, it's the one that we were ranting about it earlier, and yeah, the biggest problem with that set that I'm having now, especially, is the fact that it won't, in order to actually, you can only get those smart bricks in 3 of the sets: the Vader's TIE, the X-wing, and the final dual and A-wing thing. You can only get the smart bricks in that set. So if you want to actually have a smart brick, you've got to get one of those, because they don't come in any of the other 4 sets that were announced, which I think is stupid. So stupid, but you know what? What do I know about advertising and all that BS? What do I know? I don't know nothing. Nobody tells me nothing. So that's, as I said, it's just bad. It's just not good. Price for them was kind of bad enough, and then you kind of throw that stuff into the mix. You're just kind of like, what are they thinking? Like, what are they actually thinking? It's almost like Lego's trying to go bankrupt. Maybe that's their goal. Who knows? Who knows? Because I sure as hell don't. It is a mystery. I generally, as I said, I've already ranted about it once. I don't know if I've got the I don't know if I've really got the mental capacity to kind of rant about it again. But it's just dumb, dude. It's so dumb. So dumb. Just can't work out what it is they're trying to achieve with it. It doesn't make any sense to me. But yes, to answer your question, Tactical Gamer, yes, it's definitely going to make sets more expensive. Especially when you have to buy another set. Especially if you want to buy one set and it doesn't have the brick, and then you got to buy another one just to get the brick. Which, as I said, the cheapest one that you can buy for that, well, for Britain it's like 60 quid, but everywhere else is like $70. Like, so you basically got to pay $70 just to get hold of a brick, so you can actually use the features, which is just kind of like, yes, that's clever. It isn't. It is not. It is very stupid. But, you know. Again, as I said before, what do I know about advertising? I don't know how this stuff works. Literally, I don't know if I want to know. Because it's that broken. Alright, let's see here. The speeding food is a bit more actually now. All things considered. We're doing pretty decent. There's a method to my madness here. I'm doing two things at once. That will kind of save me some time and effort, I reckon. And to be fair, there's not actually as many pieces on these wings as I thought there was. For some reason I thought there was going to be a lot more. Well, it turns out there is not actually that much. That is interesting. This looks on there. And as far as I'm aware, each of these wings will have... Oops, actually, I've let me go back. They do it for this one as well. The wings don't actually have as many pieces. I think it's interesting kind of going through after building some newer sets and how many pieces they put into sets nowadays. And then you kind of go back to some older ones and just kind of like they're able to fulfill set's look with relatively simple pieces. Relatively good, of course. Still quite a few bits left, so we're working on it. Goes here, it goes there. Good and easy way to get those wings to stay stuck on, actually. I wonder if it's actually the same way they did it with the tie bombers, I wonder. It's entirely possible. It's not 100%. And the Smart Break R2D RTD the body is bad, a new body. Freeze can make head turn, but his head still have stud holes. Yeah, I think the R2 one was a big disappointment because we finally got an astromech droid that can properly turn its head around, and they completely fumbled the body. You're just kind of like, oh. In the words of the great director Krennic, we were on the verge of greatness. We were this close. We're this close. You know? So but it is what it is. That goes over here. We are getting there. Definitely worked out a lot more in my favor doing it this way. Yeah. As I said, I think there's many issues with the smart brick, but I think the thing is, it's just like I don't know who Lego thinks is going to buy it, because kids won't be able to afford those prices. You can barely afford Lego Star Wars prices as it is. You just kind of like only throw all that stuff into it, and you're just like, yeah, not quite sure what you want or were expecting, but definitely not gonna be that. And collectors aren't going to be particularly interested in the Amiibo. I mean, me as a collector, I'm not interested, so you know, that's one. But then again, I'm a very different collector. I do things a bit differently. I have some interesting methods. There are some methods to my madness. Some. Not much, but some. That's interesting. Which is like phase 2 helmet hole situation, but I understand clutch brake system for dome, but come the heck on. Gonna make a force people. Yeah, no worries, Tactical. Thank you. Thank you very much for stopping by, man. Take care of yourself. Have a good one. I mean, the helmet holes, I get why people were mad about them, but I think it was a justifiable thing to do, because it just allows more playability for them. It allows more custom and more customs and more playability, I think, with them, which is kind of all you kind of really want in a Lego set, really. Excuse me. We're almost there. It's kind of all you really want with it. So the helmet holes, I'm willing to kind of look over, because I think it's something that it was tricky to kind of do and to get it right. But as I said, I personally don't. I personally don't think the clone helmet holes are a big deal, and I think a lot of the big creators who went absolutely ballistic over it were basically going crazy over a big nothing burger, basically. Humble opinion. I think it's just the biggest nothing I think I've ever heard of in my life, really. It's just kind of like, there's literally no issue with it at all. People were just blowing it way out of proportions. But I don't know, it's interesting. I find it hilarious how the only people in like the Lego Star Wars community who really probably complains are the Clone Wars fans. Or like clone fans, are just kind of like, if you guys really don't like the clones that Lego does, you know, you can buy custom ones if you're really that butthurt over it, but you know. It's like, hate to break it to you, but Lego's thing is never always meant to be like 100%, you know, screen accurate what's the word? Screen accurate kind of figures. If you want to do that, buy like proper like figurines if you want like really accurate ones. Or as I said before, if you really want screen accurate clones, then then buy custom ones. That's all you got to do. But people will just whinge over anything, unfortunately. See, I whinge, but at least I whinge about stuff that's justifiable. You know? I don't whinge for the sake of whinging. You know? Not me. It's me trying to justify my whinging over a toy at the end, over a building block toy at the end of the day, but you know, it is what it is. Think of it more from the point of view if I was a kid. And it's not a good one. It's not good. It's not good. Bound Under Pursuit delayed for next year and probably new more show filler. I mean, to be fair, all that stuff wasn't necessarily confirmed to be coming out this year. I think they just kind of it was just kind of leaked. But they might be delaying it for they could be delaying it for that reason, or they could be delaying it for other reasons, who knows. Anything's possible, I think, for that. In that case, I would say so, but what do I know? The thing I can say to that is, what do I know? Anything's possible. I kind of like to see a TK Trooper battle pack. Hope their helmet is better than the Family Guy Trooper helmet. So some people are sick of the dual molded Stormtrooper ones. Yeah, no, I know. I know that's a dead zone. I'm also personally not a huge fan of the bulky Trooper helmets, but it is what it is. It's good detailed helmets. It does the job, but when you own a bunch of the other helmets, then and you can replace them, then why not? Why not, you know? But a TK Trooper pack would be pretty cool. I think I said that earlier, that I think I'd like to see a set with some TK Troopers. I think that's probably the one thing that LEGO is missing at the moment, is a TK Trooper battle pack. There we go. Oops, I can go. No, I can't. That's the wrong one. All right. Oops, hang on. It's not the first time LEGO made helmet based on concept. Like Bill Cadet and the Rebels. Oh yeah, no, that's true. Yeah. No, that's true. I mean, they've got the they had like the cadet helmet that was used in Rebels. I actually have one of those helmets. I got it in a bundle, which was quite neat. It's definitely a very neat addition to my collection. Right, we're almost there, guys. We're getting there. Almost there. All right, finishing touches. Now we're we're about to basically finish this set in boom. Boom, bada bing. Oops. And here we go. Attach it onto there. There we go, and now we just slide these in. Oh, I'll tell you what, this is really nice and compact actually. Come on, get in there. Don't make this difficult. There we go. Oh yeah, that's really nice and compact. That looks good. That is pretty neat, I must say. Wow. I tell you what, you have the tell you what. Let me get some other TIE fighters for comparison. Oh yeah, this was definitely 2016 because that Resistance X one came out in 2016. I remember that now. So what? Let me get some TIE fighters to compare this to. Bear with me a second. Here we go. Get the TIE fighter and grab the TIE bomber as well. Oh, Mr. TIE bomber could definitely use a bit dusting. So here it is. Can it sit up like that? It can, just about. Oh yeah, so this is it in terms of the actual tie here, which is pretty good if you ask me. It's basically on scale with these kind of the smaller ties, which is pretty neat. I take that out of the way, and then here it is next to the TIE bomber. Excuse the dust. Excuse the dust. I've got to give this poor bomber a bit of a dusting. But yeah, no, it's really good. It's really good scaling actually. It fits in really well. The scaling of it fits in very, very nicely, I think, which is pretty good. Oh yeah, no, yeah. It's interesting because kind of having all of this kind of here now, it's just kind of like this. It doesn't feel like there's a whole lot here, but also at the same time, it is really solid actually. Like as like a set, it's really good, really, really good actually. In fact. Yeah, that's neat. That's really good, actually. So I'm really impressed. As I said, if I could have gotten hold of just the this TIE Advanced on its own, I think I would have been quite happy. But the A-wing is a bonus as well. So that's pretty cool. Very, very nice. It would be cool if Lego did Imperial Cadet set with floating blocks around. It would what do you call it, Clone Cadets. So the Clone Cadet minifigures were cool too, plus Sox Hits exclusive set. I mean, to be fair, you could find them quite easily on eBay and other things like that, so it's not too bad in hindsight. Not too bad. But yes, no, I have to say, I'm very impressed with that TIE Advanced. The instinct to try and get hold of the TIE Advanced prototype and see what that looks like. This TIE Advanced fighter is really neat. If they sold this as an actual set, that would have been really cool. But unfortunately, they didn't. No, I really like how that's come out. Really like how that's come out actually. Then if it's nice, that is definitely an exclusive torso for Vader. He's got. It definitely looks different. I'll have to compare. I'll have to definitely double check and compare actually. And no, it's both of these ships are very nice. I have to say, they look very, very good. They look very good. I have to get a picture with this tie next to the other ties that I've got out. That will be cool. Damn. It just looks good. There's nothing more I can say about that other than the fact that it just looks so good. Dang. And again, the figures are good, but I wouldn't say they're anything really massively interesting. I mean, you got Vader, obviously. I think if I was actually reviewing this when they actually came out 10 years ago now, then it might be different, but I'm not. There's nothing really interesting nothing terribly interesting about the figures. They're good. There's just nothing all that interesting with them, unfortunately. But yeah, no, this TIE Advanced is beautiful. It looks very, very good. It's very, very neat. Yeah, no, I'm quite impressed with that. I'm very impressed with that. Alright, don't think there's really much more I need to say really, but being completely honest, my throat is actually starting to hurt, so I'm definitely better off kind of wrapping this up now when I think about it. How am I gonna put this time, man? That's the question. Gotta find a space for you. Oh, I'll make room somewhere. Well, yeah, no, it was a fun little return stream onto this channel. I think I'm gonna put a post. I think I'll do a post on this channel later tonight or tomorrow, basically explaining what I said at the beginning. Basically, streams are gonna be coming back here, but more kind of Lego-y based. So like building streams, animation streams, the odd like Lego game streams, because I mean I got the Lego Clone Wars to play as well, and maybe the odd Minecraft stream as well, because I think Minecraft kind of fits in with this channel quite nicely at this point in time. So, and anytime there's any other video games I want to play, I'll probably stream that on Twitch. Not dual streaming, but just streaming on Twitch, I reckon. I reckon that'll be my plan. Like I said, schedule-wise, we'll tell you all the plans, so don't worry about that too much. Yeah, no, I think it was some good fun little return actually, because I haven't done it in a good long while. Shall we see if I can raid anyone? I don't think there will be, but we could have a look. If anything, I can only really think of one person that might be streaming right now. Let's have a look. Optimization. Redirect. There we go. I missed having that one. Oh, Penny's doing some karaoke. But granted, how many people are actually watching Penny right now? Because I might be a bit intimidated to go in there right now. Maybe for like the first stream back, maybe we won't. Penny. Do I pick her on my YouTube feed? Oh, okay. Oh, she has 94 watching. To be fair, I probably won't rate Penny, but purely because it's a karaoke one. You know, interestingly enough, I don't think I'm actually subscribed to Echo, which is interesting. I thought I was, but what is that outfit that she's wearing? I think I'll probably save it for now. I'll probably save the raid for now, purely because purely because it's the first time back, and I think I'd rather do it at another time, I reckon. I'm also too scared. I'm a wuss. I'm a wuss. I don't want to do it right now. My god, my throat. My voice sounds so weird. But yeah. It was a good little one back. It'll be a good one to kind of set me back into streaming on here again. So yeah, as I said, I plan to I will make a post. I will make a post about the change around again, and I'll try and maybe even do that tonight, or I'll do that tonight or tomorrow. But this will be the only stream that I do this week for various reasons. Yeah, no, we'll have the schedule back in. I'll have a schedule back in next week, and hopefully this channel will become a little bit more active again. So in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little build, even though I kind of had a little bit of a nightmare with this A-wing earlier. It was a fun build, and I'll hopefully see you guys in a future stream. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your week and your weekend, and I will speak to you all very, very soon. Goodbye from here. I'm so ill. See you later, guys.